Happy Saturday. I hope that your weekend is going well and that you're having a great day whenever you watch this. Let's see what the sun, moon, and star spread has to say today. It was supposed to snow today, but I don't know, it doesn't look like it's actually going to snow. And then it's supposed to rain tomorrow, so kind of a wintry vibe again. I think one more. Okay, maybe one more. That one didn't. That felt better. Okay, and then let's spread. Okay, we have the sun position, moon position, and the star position. Okay, let's see here. We have two major arcana. This is interesting. I'm getting something about maybe a little bit of stillness being required, or something about stability. So in the sun position, what's being illuminated, we have the High Priestess. In the moon position, what we are releasing is the Empress. I'm getting, I heard like sit tight. Like sit tight. So in the star position, our guidance sword, we also have the King of Pentacles. It's very interesting. So yeah, I feel like what's being illuminated right now is you're tapping into your intuition more than ever. And maybe some insight is being revealed to you, right? I feel like it would be a good time to meditate if you meditate. And that can look like many things. People tend to think meditation is hard for them or impossible or not for them because they can't stop thinking. When really, meditation could be anything, whether sitting and formally meditating or doing something that brings you into the present moment so that you can observe your thoughts and let them go. The goal of meditating is not so that you immediately stop thinking. It's so that you recognize thoughts are happening, you are not your thoughts, and then you can choose to think or not, or you can choose to let them go as you see them, right? So I just say that to say, it's a good time to meditate, whether you do that formally or you go on a walk, or you cook a meal, or you make yourself a cup of tea. Something, just really bring yourself into the present moment, because the present moment is where all the best insight comes from anyway. Intuition, insight, true intelligence, all that stuff. So, with the Empress in the release position, I've said this before when she comes up in this position, which she has come up in this position a couple times already. There's this, I feel like a releasing of excess, like too muchness. Like it's time to trim the fat a little bit. And because she is a very abundant, creative, life force card, which is great. But sometimes it's almost like I'm getting the image of an invasive plant. And it's like if you let an invasive plant into your garden, all of a sudden it's going to choke out what you put in the garden, right? So there's nothing inherently wrong with a plant, but sometimes it's just too much, right? So there's just too much happening somewhere that you are deciding to release, which is great. Especially with the King of Pentacles, I feel like this might be about your money, or some resources, right? Which is always a good time to pay attention to your resources, like being a good steward of your resources. But the King of Pentacles is a very stable card. He knows what works. He does what works. He doesn't rock the boat. He's very patient. He's hardworking. And also, there's a bit of life force, right? His cloak is covered with grape clusters and grape leaves. Grapes take time before they can produce wine, right? So this is also a card of nurturing in a way, but nurturing takes time. So I feel like you're getting some clarity about something. You're getting some insight. You need to pay attention to your inner voice about something related to your stability, finances, etc. And you're paying attention. You're like, does this activity support my long-term stability? Or is it just fun in the moment? It's like eating a bunch of cake all day, every day might be fun in the moment, but like it might not be healthy long-term, right? Or too much alcohol, too much of anything might not be great. It itself is fine, but too much of it just swings that pendulum in a place we don't really want to be. So you're asking yourself, you're getting some insight, your inner voice is telling you, hey, I think we might need to release something a bit, because that releasing is going to be better for us long term in several different ways. Might not be money specifically, but something that supports you long term. Let's pull a clarifying oracle card. Oops. Again, I don't take pop-outs, but thank you. Okay, thank you. That's really funny. Okay. I don't take pop-ups, but thank you. Okay. I'm going to give a little spread. Make some room. Okay. We're going to pull the womb card. Yeah, I feel like the womb card has to do with the High Priestess for sure. Because remember I said something about being still or like sitting tight. It's almost like, you know how, oh my God, when you're in utero, it's like you don't do anything but sit tight, right? Like you can't go anywhere or do anything on your own. But it's not like sitting tight in a static way. Like she's sitting tight to gain something, right? And so I feel like you need to sit tight so that something will present itself to you. If you sit tight, you're going to get nutrients, right? Like that's the reason they get, we get carried around in a womb for so long. Is like we are grown. Oh my God, I said we are being nurtured, right? This is a nurturing card. It's like you have to be still so that you can be nurtured sometimes, right? So you really have to create this environment for yourself. It doesn't mean that you don't do things and go through life and have actions, but can you be centered? Can you be centered so that if something does come up where it might want to sway you, or it might be too much of something, maybe too many people's voices, right? Other people's stuff, you can stay centered and you say, you know what? I know what nutrients I need for myself, and I'm going to give myself those. I can be contained. I know where. You can also see it's like there's a boundary, right? There's the uterine lining, right, that protects you. So it's like, what is your uterine lining protecting you from? Yeah. So I feel like you have to create your womb environment to get the nutrients you need, whether that's through intuition or physical nutrients, right? Making sure that you have a place for yourself is going to help you be stable long term. It's also funny that the Empress sometimes is read as being a card of pregnancy. Like, she's so full of ideas and creativity. She's about to birth them into the universe, right? And then we got the womb card. So yeah, I don't think I have anything else coming through for this, do I? Yeah, I think that's it. I hope this was helpful or insightful. If it was, you can let me know by leaving a like, comment, or subscribe. I hope that you have a great rest of your weekend, and I will see you soon.